Welcome to Watcha Makin', a podcast about sharing ideas and connecting with the maker community. Your hosts are Alex Adams of Type A Furniture and Alex Duffy of Duffy Woodcraft. Watcha Makin' is proudly sponsored by Next Wave CNC.
What you making in the shop today? Got a couple of assistants to show you the way, from the blueprints to the shavings on the floor. Pull up a stool, let's see what's in store.
Welcome to What You're Making. This is the podcast where we talk all about what's on our bench, spotlight makers throughout the community, and remind you that today, June 24th, it means we're officially halfway to Christmas Eve. Personally, I'd like to celebrate today by panicking about all the projects I still need to do before December, and then do absolutely nothing about them for the next 5 months. Tonight's main topic is selling on Etsy with a special guest, but more about him in just a moment. I'm Alex Duffy, and you can find me on Instagram and on YouTube at Duffy Woodcraft.
And I am Alex over at Type A Furniture on Instagram. And you know who else is probably on Instagram are people who are patrons who have gone to patreon.com/whatyourmakingshow and have joined one of our various tiers over there.
Indeed. What You're Making is proudly sponsored by Next Wave CNC. If you're looking for the best if you're looking for the best bench top CNC on the market today, look no further than a Shark CNC from Next Wave. For the month of June, Next Wave is running an accessory special. If you purchase any of the new HD6 series, you'll get a 3-horsepower spindle set included with purchase for free. And so if you already are watching on YouTube, you already see him. But tonight's special guest is an OG woodworker, the destroyer of oil brands, the king of Etsy woodworkers, and one of the boys from over at Another Woodshop podcast, the one, the only Daniel Dunlap.
I am never going to live that down, am I?
Yeah. Welcome, Dan.
I didn't realize
Welcome to the show.
I didn't realize you had walk-up music for me. Damn.
Yeah.
I specifically requested that. It's my new audio stim.
I'm going to request that on my own podcast. I like it.
It's pretty dope.
Well, welcome to the show, Dan.
If Dan is the destroyer of oil brands, does that mean we're sending him to Iran?
I mean, the strait's supposedly open, so we'll see.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, Dan, for those who don't know you, who apparently live under the oil brand rock, who are you?
I'm Daniel Dunlap. I've been woodworking, wait for it, since 1995. It's been a minute. Most people, when they answer that, they're like, oh, I started woodworking during COVID. I've been doing it for a bit, okay? So everybody just sit down. I'm feeling pretty proper about myself. Pretty, what's the word I'm looking for?
Proud.
Words are hard.
OG.
I do a podcast, and I can't talk.
He's been
so I've been
since the 1900s.
I've been woodworking since the 1900s. That is a fact. I started my Instagram profile in 2017, I think, because at that time I was doing photography. I'm all over the map, you guys. I was doing photography, and I was starting to post a lot about my woodworking, and I'm like, you know what? I should probably start a woodworking thing on its own and just kind of like separate the photography and the woodworking. So that's what I did. And lo and behold, that's when COVID hit a couple of years later, and photography went and woodworking skyrocketed. So I just made the easy transition to drop photography and start woodworking. And here we are.
You are a great inspiration for people transitioning everywhere.
Yeah. I'm a trans.
I think you and I talked about this at one point. When you were doing photography, you were also doing weddings. Because I was also a photographer. I've photographed over 400 weddings in my tenure as a photographer. Aren't they so much fun?
I miss them a little bit because they can be fun. They really can be. But they could also be like a massive headache. And it always took up my weekends, which I treasure. So I'm not sad to see it go. But, the money was good. Don't get me wrong. The money was great. But
yeah,
there's more things in life than money. And I'm a lot happier now. And that's what it's all about. So
all right, before we move on, though, Nikon or Canon?
Canon. I'm a Canon guy from way back. I started with Canon in
Good choice.
2009 is when I started doing it. Yeah.
Did you have a Rebel?
I did. I had a Canon Rebel T1i? No.
Mhm.
No, I think I had just a regular Canon Rebel. That was before the T1i. And then I moved up to a Canon 50D, and then I got a Canon 5D Mark II. And then I had the Mark III and the Mark IV. And now I use a Canon R6. That camera's like cheating.
The mirrorless, right?
Yep, it's mirrorless. I still enjoy taking photographs and doing stuff like that. Like I'll go out and take pictures of the stars and do astrophotography and just random stuff here and there, but I don't do it professionally anymore. I hung that up.
That RX-6, one generation before they got the rotary engine.
Yes. Yeah. It's got the flip up rotary.
Mhm.
Gets out of the way.
Alrighty, moving on.
What you doing?
So, our what you making section. So this week for me, I really haven't done a ton in the shop. My new CNC is still under construction, mainly because I was waiting for another part to arrive for it, and I had a bunch of events happen this past weekend and last week, which I'll talk about in the what you're selling section. But yeah, so the CNC is still under construction, which kind of means the whole shop is shut down until I get that finished because it's all in my way. But today I did go out and there was a lumber guy that I work with in the area. He was just trying to clear out some old stuff. So I got 200 board feet of ash, all three, or S3S 4/4, $2 a board foot.
Smoking deal.
Yeah. So that's now, I shuffled that into the shop right before coming on here. So I can't wait to get, the CNC finally up and running, and then I can start busting
That
more
ash.
game
Ash
boxes
carves
and stuff.
nicely. Ash carves real
It
nice.
does.
Yeah.
I really like it.
And it smells good.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah. So that's
to me. It's almost like an almondy kind of like nutty.
yeah.
aroma.
It's got a little. I equate it to somewhere between olive wood and like fresh cut grass smell. Like it's somewhere in between there.
Sure. I don't know how to
Seen the
explain
fresh
it,
cut
but yeah.
grass,
Yeah.
but I would recognize
I don't
it.
know. I just know the smell when I smell it. I don't know how to describe it, but I'll agree with that.
Yeah. But anyways, that's what's been in my shop. Kind of not much this week. What about you, Dan? What's been going on in your shop?
Well, it's kind of a mix between what you're doing and what you're breaking, honestly. I don't know if you guys have seen any of my recent reels, but Braden from Little Bug Woodworking, he's local and he's also one of the co-hosts on the podcast. He texted me on Monday and said, "Hey, do you want to cut a big hole in your CNC?" And I was like, "Do I? Yes, I do." So we cut a big hole in the CNC spoil board and the bed itself, all the way through the table, and we added vertical holding. So I can cut my, I do a lot of finger joints for one of the tables I sell. And I've been doing them kind of a ridiculous way. I mean, it works, but now I can cut them vertically and they're clean. They don't have any dog bones in them. I'm so excited to have this vertical holding figured out.
I bet it's a glorious hole.
It's a nice hole. It's a very nice hole. It's long, skinny, just the way I like my holes. Braden had found a file on Etsy, and he's like, "I think this will be perfect." And I'm like, "Dude, that's too much. What I have in my head is way simpler than that." But he ended up talking me into it, so I bought the file, and lo and behold, I couldn't open the file for reasons I will not get into on this podcast. But Braden was able to open it on his CNC, so he took it home and carved out and put it together and brought it back over. And that's when he was like, "Hey, you want to cut a hole in your CNC?" So I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." That was fun. And a bit nerve-wracking, to be honest, because my CNCs are my livelihood, and cutting a giant hole in them, if something goes wrong, it's like, oh man, I'm going to be down for a while. So everything worked out, which was nice. That's been the big thing in my shop.
Freak out feeling right now.
A little bit, little freaky, but it worked. It worked out. I'm very happy. Sorry,
What's going on in your shop?
yeah, let me toss it to Alex. I'm sorry. Alex,
It's not
type
like I do
A.
this professionally or anything.
Yeah.
So I've continued work on the walnut dining table. So I've got the finish on it now on the two 4 foot by 4 foot pieces.
What finish
So
are you using?
I'm using the rustic lumber furniture oil. Or sorry, no, it's Wood Daddy now.
Woo Daddy.
Woo Daddy.
There's only one D.
Heyo.
Have you ever noticed that?
I didn't.
It's
look
WOODADDY. So it's either Wood Addy or Woo Daddy.
But you got to say it like
I
Ric
like
Flair,
Woo
right?
Daddy.
Yeah,
Woo!
Woo Daddy.
that's good
Yeah,
stuff. I like it.
Yeah, so I like using that particularly for really large work pieces because it's a lot thinner, and so it takes a little bit longer to cure. So you've got a little bit more time to like wipe off the excess and everything. Because I know with Rubio and some of the other ones, it tacks up a lot quicker, so
Yeah.
it can kind of be a little bit challenging to like wipe off the excess.
You don't have to use the hardener that comes with those if you don't want to. That's just an accelerator.
I know.
Okay.
I like to. Well,
Okay. If you want more time, you don't
what
have
I
to
do,
use it.
and with my accelerator, I only ever put half of the recommended accelerator amount.
Well, that's
So
basically what
all.
Wood Daddy is. Like they do a 5-to-1 mixture. Rubio is 3-to-1, so that's basically what's going on there. So it comes with less hardener in it. But anyway, so that went on pretty well. So the challenging thing with that is like flipping it over to the other side in the shop since it's 4 foot by 4 foot. But actually, before that, I had all of the pieces glued up, and I put the pieces aligned in the shop on the ground in order to cut them and flush trim everything so that everything is the same width and just one long cut. So it was essentially an 11-foot crosscut with all of these boards, since they're all about 6 inches wide. You've got 22 boards with all the leaves and everything like that. So that was very interesting to do, and also a little bit nerve-wracking, where it's like you don't want the track saw to move on something like that. So anyway, I had done it that way instead of measuring, just because like it's like just it'll fit better that way on one cut. So after I'd done that, like moving around those 4x4 like walnut boards are heavy, and it's like, fortunately I have not dinged them on anything when I've been moving them around. I had some other dings on those that I had to like steam out, but those came out super duper easy. But that's more for like sliding stuff on it or whatever, or setting it down a little bit too hard. But I've got the finish and everything like that. That's all curing now, and so then I'm going to start working on the base for it. So the base on this one, the table legs are like about 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, so they're kind of big, thick ones. So I had originally cut them out a while ago, but since my track saw does not cut quite that deep, I went through and I cut with the track saw originally, and then I cut the rest with the band saw, and so I need to flush trim that extra little. It was like 3/4 of an inch or something like that. So I need to get the flush trim bit out and actually do that. So I actually have the flush trim bit in the router table. Yeah, router table. And so, but that's like behind the CNC now. So like, I need to grab the bit off of that and then just flush trim it just on the boards down in the shop.
I told you should have made an actual base with wheels for the CNC.
I mean, I'm not going to debate it. I just didn't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. I got bronchitis. So yeah, things have been progressing with that walnut table. So the apron and the legs will be super easy. And then I had gotten a kit from, what is it? It's Osborne something or another.
Osborne
extension.
Woodco.
That must be it.
Yeah,
I've
worked with them in the past. Yeah.
Yeah, so they got the extension kit from that one, and so that one, it's the kit that has a center leg in it for extra support, since this can extend out to like 11 feet with the with all of the leaves that'll be in it.
Woo, daddy.
Woo, daddy. Yeah, it's a big boy. So I was like, yeah, I need the extra support. And then on the 3D print side, I've been printing. I actually just printed some custom hitch covers for some people out of the farmers market.
Stay in your lane, bro.
I am. I don't do anything online. I do it mostly.
I'm kidding.
Markets.
I'm not the only guy who does those. I kid.
But so I did a few of those.
You did a secret hit list.
He's gonna have Braden send me a marketing deal. Anyway, one thing that I had fun with was the transparent filament, the transparent PET G on some of the dragons that I commonly print. So it gave this really cool kind of crystal-like look to it. Because it's not fully transparent when you print it, but you kind of get glimmers of it, so it's kind of got shininess to it.
I bought some of that recently.
Yeah, I've been using the Sunlu brand transparent PET G, and it's really nice.
I had a crazy idea to 3D print all the bow tie templates I make. I usually cut them out of acrylic, and I thought to myself, if I could 3D print these out of clear acrylic or clear PET G. But they're not. It's not efficient. It's not as see-through as I'd like. It's just not.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
It's more like the.
It takes a lot
glass.
more energy and time.
Way more energy. Like I can cut out a template with my laser in about 10 minutes. With the 3D printing, it's like 2 hours. It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm surprised you cut it with the laser and not on your CNC.
I did that in the beginning, but it has a much cleaner cut on the laser. I like to have a nice crisp edge, and the CNC it was kind of it looked a little rough, and I got a few complaints. Not chipping out. It's just when the laser cuts it, it also melts the edges, so it's a much nicer edge versus the CNC, which is just kind of like it's very rough. It's like if you scrape the knife across it, you could see the scratch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people on Etsy, and I'm sure we'll get to this, but like people on Etsy are very persnickety. So
you can say bitchy. That's fine.
Yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with Etsy. Anyway, sorry, Alex. I don't know if you've listened to my podcast, you know I jump in. I just jump in. That's what I do.
Please do.
Anticipate it. Let's see. Other 3D print stuff. I'm trying to think. I did a bunch of like animals for 3D prints. So like camels and hammerhead sharks and narwhals. What other animals did I do?
For what? Just for?
I sell them. So it's like kids' toys.
Oh,
so I sell them at farmers market.
Narwhals, huh? That could be used as a weapon.
Yeah,
Give children weapons. Here, kids.
Yeah,
go fight.
One of the ones that I have is it's like a little mortar, but it's like one of those little air-driven ones. So there's this giant red button that says fire that they hit, and then it shoots this little like mortar projectile, and that's been a pretty popular one recently.
I just had an idea of something to 3D print. Lawn darts. Remember those? But
I missed those.
With the actual point, not none of that safety feature
if you
crap.
Were
I want people to die.
Get on the other end of this.
Right.
Yeah, that was your own fault.
Now, what you need to do, Dan, is on the CNC, make them out of brass.
I can do that. Ooh, fancy. We can call them Johnson-style lawn darts, aka Keith Johnson.
Call Pete up and get the licensing on that.
I'll just steal it.
Fine, I'm gonna be your competitor, and I'm gonna go the copper pig route. Do copper.
Okay. Bet, as the kids say.
Yeah. Let me think. I know I've had other stuff.
Stuff?
Yes, other stuff.
Stuff and things.
Let's see.
This is good. This is good.
This is riveting.
I know. Well, I didn't write
He
down my
didn't
notes.
do his
quite
notes
as
ahead
well.
of time.
Notes?
He-
You guys take notes?
Yeah,
I've been doing this for 6 years. I
have-
never take notes.
We have a
Notes?
little note document that has our talking points and stuff
Oh
in it.
my
and
goodness.
Alex was
Otherwise I
filling it
forget
out
stuff.
as we
Oh
started.
my god.
Yeah, so that's why, because I had to pick up my son from his summer camp, because I was like, I was putting on a coat of finish on the table, and then I had to go get him, and then I came back, and then I had to set up and everything, so I didn't have very much time to add in all of my notes, so that's why I'm just a little bit spacey.
Notes.
Not Kevin Spacey, though.
No.
No. All right. Well, then we'll just move on to the next section.
Help is on the way, dear!
So, the What You're Breaking section. Yes. I made Dan laugh. That makes me happy.
Help me on the way. Mrs. Doubtfire. I love it.
So for me this week in the shop, again, haven't been in the shop all that much, so nothing in the shop went bad. I will say my vendor sign that I 3D printed that I was all excited about, the first market was windy and it fell right off the tent and it landed on the ground and shattered into a gazillion 3D pieces.
That's not a nice thing to say about Wendy. She's a nice lady.
I know, but well, she broke my sign, so that sucked. And then, so now I made a wooden one, but which I should have done at the beginning in the first place. But I was like, I want 3D
Does it say ye old Duffy Woodcraft?
If it doesn't, it should.
Now I have to add that.
And I gotta play a loop
other,
while you're at your markets.
Yeah. The only other thing that's been breaking is literally my face. My allergies have been crazy. So I was out vending this past weekend.
I thought that was just your normal look.
Yeah. I have that.
Hey,
sound
man,
somewhere.
you lob out a softball like that, I'm gonna crank it out of the park. Come on.
Good. You should. So yeah,
baseball.
Everything is I know baseball. Everything is blooming right now, and I've been taking all of the meds, all of the medication, but I still woke up Saturday after the first 12-hour day of vending. I couldn't breathe. My airway had shut. Like, it was rough.
From what I understand, that's bad because you need to be able to breathe.
You do.
So I'm told.
You do. And
Yeah.
it was rough. And then Sunday, after another 12 hours, my eyes were all swollen shut. So it was great.
Did you know that there is a plant in Australia that blooms all year round? It's a subvariety of the onion that just blooms year round in the outback when you're at a steakhouse.
I got
Did
layers,
there's
Greg.
a plant
Can you
that
bloom
blooms
me?
once every 12 years?
Can you eat said
That was a
onion?
bloomin' onion joke. Come on, people.
Oh, dude, that was bad. Oh,
That was really bad.
you have a crickets?
Emotional damage.
That'll work too. I left my phone out in the shop, you guys. I feel naked.
Or this one.
Still a failure.
Well, Dan, what's not gone well in this week for you? I mean, you cut a hole.
Well,
That
yeah,
went well,
we
though.
cut a hole in my CNC, and that could have been filed under the breaking, but it actually went well, so it's not. And I hate to toot my own horn, but I haven't broke anything this week, shockingly.
There you go.
Well,
Is Mitch coming
hold
to
on.
your shop?
No, Mitch is never allowed in my shop. Mitch Hale from Horn Dog Maps. Dude's always breaking stuff.
He listens to Limp Bizkit too.
There was, if I back up a little bit, I could talk about something that I broke entirely.
Please.
So,
All right, back that thing up.
if you are not a follower of me, you probably don't know that I've been redoing my dust collection. This is not going where you think it's going. So, I was hanging back up some lights after Braden was over at my shop. Braden's been helping me, and so is his brother. I'm picking glue off my arm as I talk. It's pulling hair out. It hurts. So I was hanging back up one of my lights, and I was on a step ladder. Step ladder, what are you doing? And I stepped off the ladder onto my drum sander, and my drum sander, it's the 2550. It's got those little tables that go out a little bit. Outfeed tables. Yeah, that's a tough word. Fun fact, those outfeed tables, they're not rated for 240 pounds. Ask me how I know. Because I stepped on it and it broke. Yeah. So that was fun. What's even funnier is, so Braden is like my marketing director, brand deal supervisor. I don't know what to call him. He's helping me out with brand deals.
The guy who pushes you to do things.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. He's like, you have all this followers and you're not doing anything with it. I'm like, yeah, I know. Anyway, he worked me out a brand deal with Oliver Tools, which has been really great. I enjoy it. And one of the deal we worked out is they're going to send me a new tool every quarter. And I've got a planer, love it. A new jointer, love it. Third quarter coming up, they're going to be sending me a new drum sander. The deal I worked with Braden is that he gets all my old tools because he wants to upgrade his shop. And I have big boy tools and he's still got wee
He's still
tools.
a little bug. He's not a big bug yet.
Yeah, he's a little bug. So he's like, damn it, Dan, why are you breaking shit before I get it? I'm like, I'm sorry, man. It's an easy fix, though. It's not like you got to pay for them. So, yeah, I broke the drum sander with my fat butt.
So Sutton's going to fix it for Braden.
Nah, I'll probably fix it. I just got to buy the new outfeed tables. Luckily, they're all independent, so I don't know what that's going to cost, but I think it's worth it.
Who needs an outfeed table? Really?
You don't really. You don't.
No.
They were never level anyway, so it's not like they were doing anything. Breaking, I think that's about the only thing I can think of right off the top of my head. I mean, I'm sure there are carves that I've screwed up, but it happens so often. Like it's a glitch in the matrix. Like I don't even think about it. You know, it just happens. I throw it out and move on. I'm pretty sure I messed up a bunch of inserts this week. You know, standard stuff. So that's it. That's my exciting what you're breaking. Go ahead.
How many inserts do you do a week?
Well, how many do I do versus how many I sell? It's two different numbers. I probably do about 30 at this point. I'm moving more into small furniture items, which is nice.
Okay.
I've shipped out probably 15 tables in the last 2 weeks. So I've been doing more towards stuff like that. And I'm trying to get away from inserts and bow ties, but I still do a lot of them. It's just that I've noticed that as soon as I started seeing some success doing inserts, they're popping up everywhere on Etsy. Like, and I also, not only do I see success in it, but I also get to talk about it so people hear about it and they're like, "Whoa, I want some of that action." So, and I can't very well be like, "You're stealing my idea," because I wasn't the first one to do it. I was just kind of the first one to get traction doing it. You know what I mean? So trying to stay ahead of the curve is what I'm doing.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in the Etsy section. Actually, I have a good one to talk about that with
very good
competition and sales. So, Alex, anything breaking in your shop this week?
So the little canopy tent that we had, it finally died. So I had to buy a new one to replace it. So it was just like, so my mother-in-law actually bought it for like the swim meets, but I also used it for like the farmer's market. But it was like the cheap, like, were they like $70 or whatever?
Is this like a tent you set up in your driveway right outside your shop? A canopy tent?
Like a 10 by 10, but no, I don't set it up for that stuff. It's not like a carport. So it's just like the regular 10 by 10 that people use at like markets or whatever for outdoors.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or if they're like going somewhere and then they pop it up. But yeah, that thing, it was slowly dying because like there was one windstorm when we were at a swim meet last year that like bent several pieces of it. And it's kind of been limping along since then. So I finally ordered a new one. So I actually got like a fairly nice one. I really wanted to get the ones that have the like because normally they have the like square tube steel for the legs. I really wanted to get the ones that were like the octagon profile because it's a lot stronger. But those ones are super pricey. Like you're spending over like $500 for those style of canopies.
Alibaba. Go to Alibaba.com. I'm telling you.
Anyway, I found one that I liked. It had sides and it had like this little awning thing. It must be those elves that help you fulfill all those orders.
I don't understand where that voice is coming from.
We'll never know.
No idea.
So anyway, that one, it was, so it's a lot nicer because like it's got rollers for when you're actually moving it, like bigger wheels, and then it actually a few locking mechanisms and to go up easier and faster. And since I had been doing the, some of the like Pokemon cards and stuff like that, like if they're in the sun, they'll warp just because it's like flat. So I had gotten one that has this little like flip up awning that's like it juts out like a couple of feet or whatever for some extra shade. So that'll be nice as well. So yeah, that'll be helpful. I'm trying to think of what else I broke. I have a they're like one of those what are they? They're not like the air guns. Not the portable ones, but like a corded one.
Airsoft guns.
No, not an airsoft gun. Just like for blowing air. So it's not like compressed air or anything like that.
Just like a mini blower?
Yeah, like the opposite of a vacuum. Yeah.
Okay.
Blower.
A blower.
Hair dryer.
Not like a leaf blower, not like that quite that big. But anyway, so it has like these like nozzles that like clip on, so it's like different profiles or like fanned out.
Oh, is it one of those small Fantic ones? They make a
really loud like jet engine sound.
Yeah. I think AirTech is the brand of the one that I have. I don't know what other ones are.
I got one from Temu.
But yeah, since it's got the cable on there and I have a cable up above where I can plug in, I always put it off to the side, but sometimes I don't put it on the shelf just right and just like falls over. And so I broke the crap out of the nozzle. So I tried to like glue it with CA glue and I got it to like kind of work. And then it dropped it again and then it just like shattered again.
You have a 3D printer.
Yeah, there you go. Alex took my statement.
I know, but it's like, it's extra time.
Alex took my statement. I will have my lawyers contact you. Okay?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Let's see. What else has been breaking?
This is what 3D printers were made for, bro.
I know,
exactly.
but it's just like, I don't want to spend the time to design it.
Oh, no, it's out there.
It's already been designed.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
All right. I will look for it right now and see.
You're going to check all the places, Maker
right
World,
now.
Thingiverse,
Phone down.
Printables. It's out there.
Yeah.
Of all the
It's
sites
out there.
that there are available to us, it's out there somewhere. Almost guaranteed.
There it is.
Oh, look at that. Crazy. Man, I don't want to spend the time. He took
right now.
15 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just didn't think for that file to be on. I will print that.
The thing about 3D printing is it's been out long enough. If you can think of it, it's probably out there. And if it's not out there, you need to start printing it and selling it because you're the first. So yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for suggesting that.
Alex did. He took my answer, but he did.
He does that. He does that a lot.
He's a real.
I do. I steal things. Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of selling things,
The price is wrong, bitch.
So this week for our selling
your
section,
little sound bites.
So this past weekend was my big A barbecue fest. So A is the local casino down here.
The big one that you do, right?
Yep, they do
in the casino, right? I believe you talked about that when you're on my podcast, right?
Yes. So they do a Christmas one, and then this is their summer
right?
one.
It's not Christmas. I forgot.
But like last year, it was super cold and windy, and I only did about $1,100 in sales. This year, I did over $3,000. So
that's amazing because
awesome.
the last market we did, we made enough to buy some French fries at the market itself. We didn't even make back table. It was awesome.
Did you sell the table for $20?
I tried.
The whole table.
I tried. Braden got mad.
Yeah, so it was crazy. It was really good. There were tons of people out there. It's always fun watching people because they're drunk while they're there and eating barbecue, and it's just fun people watching time. But yeah, lots of things sold out. So I wanted to talk about I added magnets as a new like $5 item, and I had put out this big board. Man, it draws people in like nothing else.
What do you mean? What do you mean by magnets? Just magnets?
Like I put cherry on my laser, and I do engraved little like funny sayings like amazing AF or this is my happy face, and I cut them out and slap a magnet on the back of it and put it on a sandwich board, and people flock to them.
Just like little decorative things you can put on their fridge.
Yep.
I'll be damned.
And
stealing that.
I did about $700 just in $5 magnets.
Definitely stealing that. I take it all back.
Right? Pretty much every single person who bought a magnet at least bought 2 magnets, or they bought magnet and then found something else on the table.
And you make that, I believe we've talked about this. You make those and you probably price them at a point where like it draws people in. Like I'm going to guess that you probably charge like $5-10 for them, if that.
I price them for $5 a piece.
Yep, that sounds right. Yeah.
And it
draws people in.
I mean, they cost me maybe 25 cents to make.
Right. Yeah, that's a good marketing item. Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
So yeah, huge amount of sales, which I was super excited about. And on top of that, I talked about this last week a little bit. It was in the works. I've officially signed a contract now. So I am going to be working with a local museum, making the gifts for their gift shop. So bookmarks, earrings, keychains, Christmas boards, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So
I thought you were going to go a different direction, but that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to start making the bones and stuff.
Oh, that would be funny. Yeah, I'm making their exhibits now. No.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm making their gift shop items, which is pretty cool. The guy I made a contact with said that they currently do about $4,000 a week out of the gift shop, which is it's like a 10 by 20 size gift shop. It's not big.
Okay. So are you doing that like wholesale, or are you doing it like you give them the product and they'll give you money when they sell, or how are you doing that?
Yep. It's going to be consignment like that. So it's a 70-30 split.
Nice.
So I get 70, they get 30. So
Cool.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. Lemon squeezy.
Yeah. So I'm excited. So hopefully that equates to a lot more sales. So
yeah, good for
especially
you.
because they don't really have much now, and the fact that they're selling around 4,000 a week is incredible because they have like nothing in their store.
Mm-hmm.
So that means there's a market there. So
are you allowed to put any of your branding on there?
Yeah, they want me to.
Cool.
Yeah. They actually, so because they are they specifically want to highlight the makers, so they're going to have like a little plaque with my picture and like bio and everything on it.
Ooh. Take a picture after the allergies have gone away. Pro tip.
Yeah, just yeah. So anyway, I'm super excited. It's been a good week. It just means now I have to make a ton of shit over the next few. As soon as my CNC is back up.
There's always like good and the bad. You're like, oh man, I sold all this stuff, and then you get to thinking about it. And you're like, oh god, I got to do a lot of work. This sucks.
Actually, I have to make it.
Yeah. I had made a ton of stuff in February and March, and I was like, I'm going to be set all summer long. I won't need to make anything. Yeah, now I'm pretty much out of everything. So
that's what I like about 3D printing. Once you make the file, you can just go hit go. It even more so with the 3D printing versus the CNC, even though a lot of people say the CNC, you just hit the button and go. No, there's a lot more work that goes into it afterwards. You got to sand it and finish it and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. With 3D printing, so much easier. If I could do all 3D printing stuff, I would. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyways, that's me. How are sales going for you, Dan?
Awesome. Great. Splendid. Fantastic. Peachy. Very good. No complaints. Like I said earlier, I'm selling more and more furniture, and I'm seeing dividends there. Just yesterday I sold 3 tables, which isn't typical, but it was a nice day. Don't get me wrong.
Now, are your tables all made to order?
They're all pre-designed, but I don't make them until the order comes in. So yes, they're made to order. I don't have the room to pile up and stock all these tables. I wish I did, but I do not. My wife gets annoyed enough when I have tables piling up in the living room that need packaging, because after I get the tables done, I'll let them sit for like a couple days to make sure that the finish sets properly. And also, I just don't like packaging. I hate that part, but I'm very particular about it. So I kind of drag my feet when it comes to that. But yeah, my wife will be like, "You gonna package this table?" So I can only imagine what she'd be like if I stocked tables. But yeah.
Well, if you would have designed the 9/11 table to be knocked down, it would be so much easier.
You know, Alex, I'm gonna bone to pick with you about that. You've ruined that table for me. That table will never see the light of day. I was very proud of that design until you called it the 9/11 table. I was like, God dang it. I hate you.
See, this is Alex always.
Yeah. I don't know. That table might see a redesign. I have several tables that I've made and designed and have never released out into the public. One of these days.
Is this like a side table or something? I don't
yeah,
know
I do a lot of side tables. I market them as
oh no, I know you do side tables. I meant this 9/11 table.
It's a side table. Yeah. Did I post it in the Discord, Alex, or was it in my stories? It was in my stories, I think.
Yeah, one of the two. I can't remember.
Yeah, and I showed it on my podcast if you were live during the pre-show. But other than that,
you said it was your podcast.
Yeah. My podcast. Technically.
It is my his podcast. He's the only one here. It's his podcast.
That's right. I come up with the name. I took the picture for the thing. It was my idea. It's my podcast. Fight me.
I will get in my car and drive an hour and a half just to do that.
Okay. Yeah. Other than that, it's all the same stuff every week. If you listen to our podcast, again, I'm a broken record. Just Etsy orders. I do have a big wholesale order. A lot of my stuff gets sold out of a retail store in Pennsylvania, of all places. Mm-hmm. Bill Burkle, he's got a shop called WTB Woodworking, and he's got a physical location. And he sells a lot of maker products out of his physical location, and he buys all my products, and he'll hit me with a giant order. Like, it's been a couple weeks now, but I work on it as I can because I have to balance all my other orders with the retail order, and it's a little difficult. So he hit me with an order of 102 different products. So, and that's like almost my whole catalog because I have like 115 listings. So it's kind of good and kind of stressful at the same time.
Do you do better on margins on the side tables or on the smaller like inlays and stuff?
Oh, definitely the smaller items. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they have more margin, but you just got
probably
you just got to push more inventory.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What's great about the inserts is I can stock those. That's what all those shelves are back there. They're all full of inserts. But I swear to God, it's like people know what I have in stock, and they know what to order, so that I have to go out and make it. Like, I have 15 of this one insert in walnut. Why are you ordering maple when I don't have one? Come on, how do you know this? So. And back to the Bill Burkle order, probably. Back to the Bill Burkle order, I also have to package them individually and put them in a package and label them and do all that stuff. You know, it's the deal I worked out with him. So that takes up a lot of time as well.
Did you have to generate a barcode for those?
No, thankfully he does that.
Oh, okay.
But he's got it all in his system, apparently, I guess.
That's good.
Yeah, most of the time your POS system generates the barcode for you.
Yeah. When we first worked out this deal, he'd floated the idea of having me do it, and I was like, that's a little more than I want to do. And turns out he can do it much easier than me.
I've got a little label printer about the size of my phone.
Mm-hmm.
That whenever I work with it, like for example, the museum, they have their own POS system. I'm having him print me the labels. I'll scan them and I'll just print them off here from my little printer. So
Yeah.
that way I could.
I mean, if he prints his
relabel
own
everything.
barcodes and stuff like that, it would help him track his inventory better. So
Yeah. Yep.
that's what we came to.
Nice. Alex, anything for you this week?
Yeah, lots of 3D print sales. So there was the farmer's market, which that one is like for the couple of hours selling a couple $100 worth of 3D prints works out, which Dan, that's one where I sell a lot of like toys and stuff geared towards like kids. Like I do also do like the hitch
Question.
and stuff.
Oh, that's fine. I was giving you a hard time. So you do well selling 3D printed items at vendor markets.
This is a farmer's market.
Farmers
So it's
market.
a little bit different than a vendor market. So I did actually, so in the same vein, I did actually sign up for the Seward's 4th of July thing to sell there.
Okay.
So I'm curious how that will go. I am going to be leaning, so I know that they have a car show there, so I'm going to be leaning a little bit harder into that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I already have, like, I have a bunch of keychains that I keep on hand, and like one of them is a bunch of like different like car brands and stuff like that. Like they're for car enthusiasts. And then of course the hitch covers, and then I'm printing off some like they're like keychain hooks that are like the either like the backside or the front side of a vehicle.
Cool.
I'll be printing for that one.
So with the farmers market, you have an obligation to be there. Well, I'm going to assume every weekend, like through
so it's
May
weekly and
through
it's on
like what, August or something?
So it's weekly, and it's on Thursday evenings.
Thursday evenings. Don't you know what happens Thursday evenings?
Yeah, it's 5 to 7 is when it goes.
Okay, that's fine. I can allow that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
good.
What happens Thursday evenings?
Our Another Woodshop podcast pre-show starts at 8 p.m. Central on YouTube.
God's time zone.
I'm doing trivia at a bar.
So I'm sure you guys both follow Sarah with Rosie's Woodshop, and you saw the bit of drama she got in selling 3D printing items at a market. Yes?
No.
Alex?
I'm
Adams?
aware of it. I haven't seen the specific post, but I'm
Well,
aware of it.
She posted a reel and a TikTok, and they both got mega traction. Crazy, crazy traction. And like the caption was, you haven't heard the whole story. When the market tells you there's going to be 20,000 people guaranteed and you sell nothing, and she pans her booth, and it was woodworking and 3D printed items. And she just got tore up in the comment section on both platforms. People were just, you aren't selling anything because you're selling crappy 3D printed items. Like the whole comment section, thousands of comments. And that's why I was like, you're selling stuff at vendor markets and farmers markets, 3D prints. I wonder what the difference is there. You know what I mean?
Some of it's knowing.
I wonder what the difference is for.
Works.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, go over to Sarah's profile, Rosie's Woodshop, or what? It's something different now. It's Rosie's Studio NJ or something. Anyway, go check it out.
I'm curious.
It's got millions of views, and on TikTok it has thousands of reshares. It's crazy.
Well, we have. There's always at least one 3D printed guy, if not multiple, at every single market I do, and they all do well.
Mm-hmm. Braden and I used to take 3D prints.
Market friends, they that's all they do. They have a little A1 going at their booth. It looks awesome. It draws people.
I think that might be the key. If you're doing it on the spot, people like to see the process. They like to see demonstrations, as per our whiskey smokers when we did markets. We would always be demonstrating how they work, or
That's what I did at the county fair last year.
Yeah.
I actually had an indoor booth there, and so it was easy to have the printers running because it's like I don't have to worry about, crap blowing onto them or whatever, or getting debris on
that would be a concern, wouldn't it? There's another guy I know, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's local, and I always run into him at one of the markets I did in the fall, and he sells a lot of hand carved spoons, and he always made sure that he was carving one on the spot, just because people like to see that work being done. And I just always thought it was a brilliant marketing thing to have stuff like that going on.
Yeah, there was
it really
this
draws
guy
people
that
in.
was at a market this spring that I was at. He does sculptures from out of clay, and I mean, we're talking $500 to $1,000 clay sculptures that are this big but super freaking intricate. And he's just sitting there sculpting and making one of them, and people would stop and watch him. And I think he sold 2 pieces, which makes his day. But because of how expensive they are, but it also is a great time for him to sit there and work.
Yeah, I mean, you could either be doing that, or you could be sitting behind your table on your phone and look uninterested. What do you think is going to draw more people in, right?
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh, that's why I have the little mortar thing that has the giant red fire button on there. Like, people immediately see that and just bam. Well, immediate engagement.
You can use my lawn darts idea and just start throwing them at people. That'd get people to just throw them up in the air willy-nilly and see where they land. Oh, sorry about your child.
If you catch it, it's free.
I always have music playing in my booth, so that way people just come in and start dancing. So
we always have like the hits. We'll play 90s R&B or whatever hits, or Braden will play DuckTales. Woo!
Yep.
That people just know that they start singing like and I'll tell people, hey, if you can finish the lyric, I'll give you 10% off or something like that. Yeah, it's fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So at that.
Sorry, Alex.
It's fine.
Bogarted your segment.
Oh, it's fine.
I forget what segment we're on.
Because the fun thing at the farmers market is now I have, because this is a small town. It's a town of like 10,000 people, so it's not super big. So now I have another person that's setting up at the farmers market doing 3 prints, which normally I wouldn't care.
You gotta undercut
But
them.
the thing is, this person like specifically came up and asked me multiple times about like 3D printer and what I have and stuff like that. And it's like, just don't do that.
You either
like,
got to undercut them or Tanya Harding them right in the knee.
No, honestly, it'll be fine. Because
to this again.
Would that be Tanya Harding or Nancy Kerrigan? I don't know. Or is that Richard too old for a lot of those people?
Tanya's the one who did it.
Okay.
Tanya's the one who did it. Nancy was the one who got it done to her.
Allegedly. You're on that train.
When she hired her boyfriend, it's a thing.
I thought this was a done deal.
No, but anyway, like
she never went to jail for it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So anyway, the other thing
white women, they can get away with anything.
That was interesting about this farmers market is that like so I occasionally get a couple people that ask like about a specific file to get made or something custom or whatever. And so I talked to this person, give them my card because they wanted some, I can't remember if it was some bracket or something like that. And so I see him talking to the other guy at their booth. And then after the show had concluded, he walks up to me, the guy with the other booth, and he's like, so what software do you use for like making stuff on your own? And I'm just like, because I knew what he was getting at. I was just like, anything is fine. Because I was just like, I was putting stuff away, and I was just like annoyed at the fact of.
I'm the type of guy that would respond with Microsoft Paint or something like that.
Yeah, that would work out. Well.
I'd look at him and be like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't know what you're talking
about. Would you design yourself? What do you mean? I just hit print.
Yeah. So anyway, it's so they're doing the like super cheap fidgets, and they're selling stuff for super cheap. But I know that I have 3 printers running basically 24/7, so I know I can blow them out of the water with just general offering of stuff as well as like multicolor prints and just breadth of inventory. So I'm not super worried about it at all because I know that I can outcompete on that very easily. So it's like, okay, if you're gonna do the little like pass through fidgets or whatever and sell them for a couple of bucks, like whatever, I'm gonna, because I've been doing a lot more of the like 5, 10, 20 and up items. I've slowly been adding the like bigger items, like the hitch covers, and like I also added some like wind spinners, which are also cool and attract attention. And then the other fun thing was, because I don't think you know this, Dan, but so my son does swim team, and so they have their meets on Saturdays. And so last year we started setting up. So we started setting up and selling 3D prints at there. So like, if I'm gonna be here, I might as well try and sell something.
You're just actively selling at the swim meet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So this last week,
kudos
I made over $400 last week.
Okay.
So it's doing a good amount.
What are you selling at the swim meet? Is it swim meet related stuff or?
No, it's mainly toys and stuff. So like
to keep kids entertained while they're at the swim meet.
Pretty much, you got a captive audience.
Parents, basically.
Yeah. That's kind of genius. I'm going to be honest.
Well, and the other thing too is that like when kids see something that they want and they go to their parents, like, well, you got to work hard at your event or whatever, and so then they come after the fact and then they get it as basically like their prize or whatever. So I do a lot of
that one poor kid who just sucks. He's like, I want to do it. You better do better. But I can't. I have a gimpy leg.
That reminds me of something. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I had a little girl who would like, she wanted something, and she like, and her parents had said like, do really well, and I had sold the last one. It was maybe 5 minutes before she had come back, because she was super proud because she got like third in her heat or whatever her parents had said. And she was like super bummed because her friend had also been able to get one of these because they wanted to get like matching little like dragons. So I made sure to print enough so that I had them for subsequent events. So yeah, I was like, yeah, if I'm going to be here for basically a whole Saturday, I might as well make some money off of it. And the fun thing was, so this one guy, and I know that like, I think it was at one of the past meets, I overheard him talking. I was like, oh yeah, I got a 3D printer and whatever. Like I get people that say that all the time, or I hear that all the time. And so this guy at this particular one, it's like their hometown. So he comes by and he's like, so we've got a dispatcher on the phone asking if you have a permit. And I was like, I collect sales tax. And so I was like, okay, if there's another permit I need, whatever. And I was very confident that he was just like trying to like derail it so then maybe he could set up or whatever, because I never heard from him after that. And I was like, so you had the dispatcher on the phone, which means someone probably called it in, probably you. And I didn't hear anything back, which probably means that, because I Googled it after the fact and I was like pretty sure just having the sales tax, like collecting sales tax and having a sales tax number was adequate enough for this particular scenario, because it's like, it's a one-time setup thing. And it's not like a recurring thing. So it's fine. Like the city's getting their money out of it through sales tax. So it's like, they should be happy. So
assuming you pay it.
I will. I pay my taxes.
He will when they ask him to pay.
Well, you do it at the end of the month when you get all your numbers back. But yeah, I pay my taxes.
I was going to say that reminded me of a story from about a month or two ago. My daughter is the photographer for the high school she goes to for the school paper, like one of two. I don't know why. I've tried to get her out of photography, but she enjoys it. Anyways, she had to do a big track event where she had to go cover this huge track meet at a different school in Omaha. And she asked me if I'd go with, because she's very introverted and I'm not. And I will go talk to people when needed. So I went with her and we're trying to figure out what's going on. And I see this woman walking across the track and field infield where Alex, this is probably right up your alley where the track is, and then there's the infield. I see a woman walking around. She's got a clipboard. I'm like,
they do have women at those things.
She's important. She's got a clipboard. So I'm going to go talk to her. So I go to talk to her and she's like, are you guys, she wanted to know everything. I'm like, my daughter is the photographer for such and such high school. She's like, okay, I just got to verify because there are influencers floating around here and they take pictures and they try to sell them to the athletes. I'm kind of chuckling under my breath, but I'm also like, influencers are the worst, aren't they? They're just
they suck.
They're the lowest form of life. I was also thinking, damn, that's a good idea. I should do that.
You want to know something that I did in high school? So one thing that I came up with, because I knew that like my parents were at events and so they'd be like looking through a camera lens. So what I told parents, and I knew that the local newspaper pictures were expensive if you actually like bought them like the digital version or whatever. So I told parents, I was like, all right, I will take pictures for the full game for like $20. You get all the pictures that I take. And so if you have multiple athletes, like if they're not in the game, like you don't get pictures. So like I did that for a little bit. Like I didn't do it a whole bunch. But that was one thing that I did to like make a little bit of money. So like I
capitalism, baby.
Yeah. So yeah.
You gotta teach your daughter to use that as like a press pass, by the way. When I was in college, my senior year, my friend and I, who were the station managers of our college radio station, and I was the station manager of the TV station, we printed up press badges, and we went to NAB in Las Vegas and went to the Apple keynote speaker. And it was one of the big years. I think they were releasing like the third iPhone or something. But we got in with our badges, sat right in the front.
Badges?
The guy next to me, the guy next to me was from the New York Times. The guy on the other side of Brad who was there, he was like with Engadget or something. Huh. And we're just sitting there, they're like, oh, where are you with? And I'm like, Waldorf College. So, yeah.
I mean,
use it to your advantage.
You can get a press badge just by printing one up. There's no official place that they come from.
That's all we did.
Yeah. You could print your own. Be like, yeah, I'm from such and such. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Pro tip.
So yeah, then the last thing that I had was.
I keep interrupting Alex.
Oh, it's fine.
I'm sorry, Alex.
I do too. That's part of this game.
Yeah. He steals all of my bits anyway.
You wonder why our episodes are 2 hours long? There you go.
It's the same for us too. And I sit here going, where is my little sound bit? It's this one right here.
My God, are you still talking?
It's like I've cut him off so much, and it's the same story for like the last half hour.
Yeah. So anyway, I signed up to do the 4th of July thing in Seward, which I think I already had mentioned that. So that's why I was also excited to get the new canopy as like something that's a little bit more geared towards those types of events as opposed to like just like a generic one. So yeah, I'm gonna be excited for that one to see that. The only thing I was on the fence about it because it's like only like a couple of hours in the morning where you're actually set up. Like there's a lot of people that go to it, but you're not set up for very long. So I'm just kind of curious like what that'll look like sales wise. If there's people that are being.
I can tell you this, it's going to be hot.
Yep.
It'll be very hot.
July in Nebraska.
All right.
Well, I think it'll be in the morning is when the vendors are set up. So
still hot sometimes. Humidity levels off the charts.
That corn sweat.
That damn corn sweat will get you.
Mm-hmm. All right. That note. Okay, this week in What You're Watching, I'll start off. So Scroll Saw and Scribbler over on Instagram posted a great little section of photos of a new project they made. It's a Calvin and Hobbes comic that they made out of wood. They're a Scroll Saw artist, so it looks, amazing. But it's one of my favorite, actually, Calvin Hobbes comic, one image comics, where it's Calvin's going, everyone I know needs what I'm selling. And the box he's selling says a swift kick to the butt.
I think I did see that one.
And I felt like that's how this week was. And so I was like, yeah, everyone needs a good kick to the butt.
I saw that guy post something on Reddit years and years ago. And it blew me out of the water. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like before I even started my Instagram page. For woodworking, and that guy's been at it for like a long time. If it's the same guy, I think. I think he goes by
Yeah.
the same name. Scroll Saw Scribbler.
Yep. Yeah.
Very
Been around
talented.
a long time.
Mhm.
Dan, somebody you want to shout out?
I'm gonna give a little shout out to my bro and his wife. They're trying to get some traction on the Instagrams. Their account is Keys Carvers, Kees Carvers, Karvers. They're not good at spelling, apparently. Keys, I think it's short for Kyle, Elijah, Ella, and Shannon. Yeah, that would make sense. That's his family. Anyways, it's like a little family operation. I talked him into getting a CNC a couple years ago, and he's been kind of fiddling with it, and they do a lot of other things. So I think they kind of see how I do on Instagram. They kind of want to get a little bit of that same traction. So go check them out. That's it.
Cool. Alex?
First one that I have, I do not know how to pronounce their name in the least bit, and it's part of their handle.
No.
Hey, that's usually me. I'm usually the one butchering names here.
So it's their first and last name. Their first name is Hrytsai. I have no idea how to pronounce that. That's the last name. So that was the last name, and then the first name is Alexander, Oleksandr. So I don't know if it's a.
That's very Swedish.
Yeah, I
I
was
don't
going to
think
say
those are letters
something
that
in
belong
area.
together.
There's none of the letters that have the little like double period on the top. So
Umlauts.
yeah, whatever those are. But he had this really awesome Hollow Knight carving that they made. And then they went in and they made extra added details by burning those on there. That's because pyrography is more detail work than just straight up wood burning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be more on the pyrography side of things. But it's like, so they had cut out like the two-dimensional portion of the pieces, then carved to the actual shape, and then added the pyrography to add in like the final bits of details. So it was like maple, walnut, and Paduke or something like that.
Ooh. And pyrography? I can't say the word, apparently. Is done by hand, not by laser.
Yes.
Correct.
So that's mine.
Cool. My next one is Tracy from Mac and Tracy.
Oh God, I gotta have multiple. Oh man.
We usually go for 3.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Keep going.
So anyways, Tracy's been posting a whole bunch of stories and posts over the last couple of weekends about putting a whole new dust collection system. They put clear ducting up on the wall and everything, or up on the ceiling. And I'm super jealous. They were talking about how hard and difficult it was, which we'll actually ask them because we're going to have them on the podcast later next month. But I was really jealous because I really want to duct my dust collection across my shop. Right now, I just use tubes and I trip over them all the time.
Oh no.
So
you don't want to be tripping.
Yeah. Well, are you tripping right now, Dan?
I got somebody, and it's somebody that I'm actually supposed to be reaching out to see if they want to be on our podcast. So I don't know if they listen to this.
You heard it here first.
Expect a message from me in the future. It's Kelly over at Eden Woodcraft, Eden Craftworks.
Yes.
Very
We're
talented.
too lowbrow for her, probably.
Very talented. I enjoy her content, and she's inspiring. Go check it out.
Absolutely.
Did I get it right? Eden Woodcrafts. Okay. There we go. I'll have a third one by the time it gets back around to me.
Okay. Alex?
Maybe.
I only have 2, so you don't have to do more than 2, Dan.
Well, I want to be.
Usually I do like 3 to 5, but I just haven't been.
I want to do
recently.
The last 2 weeks he's been really slacking.
I have been. Okay, I found my third. Go.
It's funny when you're actually building something, you don't spend as much time on social media. RP_Basilio. So he had he made a marketer piece of was it a woodpecker? So it's a woodpecker wearing like one of those military jackets,
Like
the
a
blue with the gold
like
buttons
the
and
tool
stuff.
woodpecker, or are we talking about the bird?
No, like the bird.
No, like the bird woodpecker.
Bird.
So it's marquetry. So what Albert Klein does.
Oh, marquetry with a Q.
Yes.
Got it.
No, not marking the tree like peeing on a tree. Not like that. So not like what Max does.
Got it. Or Otto. Interesting.
Was that all you had to say about it, Alex?
That's all I have to say about that.
Okay. My last one, I wanted to say a big congratulations to Yessie over at Knock on Wood. If you haven't seen her reel earlier this week, she announced that she's been working on an HGTV show.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so she's one of the carpenters on the Worst Yard on the Block, a new show from HGTV.
Very cool. I think I missed
yeah.
Missed that announcement.
So super excited for her, and
That's dope.
can't wait to pirate the show so I can watch it because I don't have cable.
Cable, pay for cable. That's
exactly.
Cool. Have you guys had her as a guest on here yet?
We have.
She's a great guest. Great guest. Yeah, great person.
Absolutely.
We talked about Gumby a lot.
Yeah, we did talk about Gumby a lot.
We had her on, and her husband walked through the background. We were all like,
do you remember all the memes that I made of that?
Who was that bearded gentleman? Let's talk about him.
He was like,
it was very weird.
You can't just let him leave.
But yeah, she's great.
Hate to have you leave, but I like to watch you go.
My third and final recommendation is Chad's Custom Creations. I can't believe I wasn't following him on IG. Oh wait, no, I was following him on IG, but he posted a reel where he said he made a YouTube video. So I went over to YouTube and I'm like, oh shoot, I don't know if I can curse here. Oh shoot, I'm not subscribed. So I subscribed to his channel over on YouTube. His latest video is he's showing how he bought the new Eufy Make. It's that 3D vinyl printer color thing. It can do like topography and stuff. And he broke down how he turned a profit with it. And it was a very interesting video. And he threw Drew Witt under the bus, which I thought was fun.
I like
that. That's like
it was a really good video. Go check it out over on the YouTube. Chad's Custom Creations.
I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, well then let's talk about our main topic.
I don't want to work anymore because I'm working every day very hard and I never had money.
So we're going to talk about selling on Etsy, or as some people call it, the race to the bottom.
Yeah. Fact.
Fact. So Dan, a lot of people know you sell on Etsy, and you sell.
Yep.
You're, I think, in my opinion, one of the exceptions to the rule. You sell well on Etsy.
I sell pretty dang well, considering everything that I have against me. Yeah.
Especially since the incident.
There have been so many incidents, Alex, Adams. It's hard to know exactly which one you're talking about. I mean, if you have questions about a specific incident, ask away. Yeah, I've been over there since 2021. Basically, as soon as I got my first CNC, and because this podcast is sponsored by a different CNC maker, I won't mention the CNC I use.
No, you can. It's fine.
Oh, I use a couple of Onefinities. I have two of them.
So Twofinities.
Twofinity.com. Check it out. But yeah, as soon as I got my Onefinities, I opened up my TikTok shop in 2021. And I'm looking at my numbers, and I have over 10,000 sales now. And I have 110 active listings on Etsy. I think I have more on my website.
Are you still on TikTok Shop?
I've never been on TikTok Shop.
Oh, you said TikTok Shop, so I was...
Mm-mm. I buy from TikTok Shop because I'm a easily influenced. Yes, I'm a consumer of goods that are probably not great, but yeah. I sell all sorts of things. I started selling bow ties in the beginning. In the beginning, there were bow ties, gentlemen. And that has since spread into all sorts of different things. As we mentioned before, I sell inserts, zero clearance inserts for a number of different saws, miter saws, table saws. And now I'm kind of focusing on small, space-saving, high-end, luxury-looking furniture. You know, I think that's a market that's not tapped. So I've been doing that, and I'm seeing some success with it, which is nice. Except for a little blip that I had last year. And if you guys want to go into that, we can go into that.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, please. I don't know what else to talk about.
No, that's a great intro to it. So let's start at the beginning here. So you started. When did you start on Etsy?
2021. I mean,
He said that.
I think, yeah. I did start an Etsy page for my photography. I had a wild idea of trying to sell prints on there. Not the singer, but physical prints. Yeah. And that
Prince,
didn't go
formerly
anywhere.
known as Prince.
Yeah, that didn't go anywhere. I was probably charging too much, but I just thought, what the hell, I'd give it a shot, and nothing ever sold. So I really started in 2021 when I got my CNC.
Okay, so you started in 2021, and you started with bow ties, and then moved into zero clearance. I guess my question is when you decided, hey, I'm going to start selling something. Hey, I'm going to start selling bow ties. Like, how did that leap start and then get to Etsy?
Well, it goes back a little farther. As I've mentioned on this podcast, I also have a podcast. And way back when Onefinity first announced that they were going to be a thing, we had on as a guest Jeff and Jess from Two Moose Design. And they were one of the first people to get a Onefinity. And the more I heard them talk about it, the more I was like, I need one of them, because they were building a business around it. They were selling trays and stuff on Etsy. And I was like, wow, that sounds easy. I can do that. They influenced me. And as I mentioned a little bit ago, I'm easily influenced. So I did that. And then one of the first things I made when I got it was, oh, hey, I'm going to make a bow tie. And I made a bow tie. And I made a template. And I showed on my Instagram, I showed me using the template to put a bow tie in. And it ruffled the feathers of a well-known bow tie inlay maker of sorts. We'll call them, they rhyme with Blab Blitcher. They didn't quite like it. They gave me a thinly veiled, like, legal threat, sort of. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, no, you don't own this. This has been around for centuries. So me being me, I was like, well, I'm going to show you, and I'll just put it on Etsy. And it took off. So then I kind of expanded my offering of bow ties. I was like, okay, well, that's doing well. So let's offer different sizes. Let's offer templates and different wood species. And it just kind of went from there. And then one day I was like, I need a zero clearance insert for my miter saw. I have a CNC. I can make one. So I designed my own file for insert on the Bosch axial glide saw, the 12-inch one. And I made an insert for it, and I posted it on Instagram. And I got flooded with requests to make an insert for my followers' miter saws. And I was like, look, if you send me your insert, I could probably come up with a file, and then I'll send you your insert and a wooden one back. You just have to take a picture of it in your saw for me and send it to me. And that's how I got product photos of all the different miter saws and table saws to post on Etsy. So it was kind of like a win-win for everybody. And that's how that started. I've since stopped offering that to my followers. And if I want a saw, I'll just go buy the saw. And
I was gonna say, do you just go and like steal the display insert? And
that's so
no.
I'll
I'll go buy the saw and then make an insert for it and then return it. And then I return it with the insert that I made after I get photos. So whoever buys the saw gets their very own zero clearance insert. So
Yeah, that just gets thrown out.
yeah. Or like I'll sell it on Marketplace if I don't get around to returning it in a timely manner. But yeah, that's what I do.
Or it becomes Braden's.
No, I ain't got that kind of money. He's got enough tools. And then about, I want to say 2024, I started making furniture. I was like, I should be able to make furniture. It shouldn't be that hard. So I started making furniture and dabbling with that and putting it on Etsy, and it's doing well. And one of my core beliefs with Etsy is if you make it and post it, they will come. Like it's a field of dreams situation. Nobody's going to buy products they can't see. So it doesn't hurt you to make the product and post it on Etsy. It costs 20 cents, your time and whatever material you have to make said product. You're never going to know what people will buy unless you put it out there. I make stuff all the time where I'm like, ooh, I would never buy that. But man, the world is a big place. There's a market out there. Just put it out there. You never know. And
so I started
20 cents
selling in Etsy in 2022, and I gave a year of selling physical products, and I got so freaking tired of shipping.
Yeah,
and so
it's
now
a hustle, man.
Digital files.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? So
I go back and forth with that.
You mentioned this a little bit on your shipping.
Yeah.
How do you? You said you're a little particular. Like, do you flat pack your tables, or
I flat pack one table because every time I ship it, it breaks. Otherwise, they all are shipped fully assembled because we've hinted at this before. In general, people on Etsy, not bright. And I can't trust them to put it together and not leave me a bad review. So I ship everything except for the one table, fully assembled.
Well, and the side tables are about that right size where it's like you don't have extra cost added on.
I also kind of design around the boxes that I already have. So we've talked about this on my podcast too. Like if you have a known size box, try to design your products around that box so you don't have to have a gazillion different sizes of boxes. So I kind of do that as well.
Which is how you end up getting
an really good idea
with like a big box with just like a little thing that's rolling around. And
you know what really
use the same size
grinds
box.
my gears is when I get one of those Amazon packages and it's inside that box is another box, which then the product is inside that box. Like it's 3 boxes, and you could have just shipped it with the outward box.
Just shipping logistics by exhibit.
I ordered. So with the vertical holding we put on the CNC, there's a spot to put a little piece of T-track, and I didn't have any. So I overnight shipped a little piece of T-track, like an 18-inch piece of T-track, a single piece from Amazon. And they put it in this giant 4-foot by 4 by 4 by 4 box. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, I understand. It's not in a box, but the box that they put it in just didn't make any sense. Luckily, they don't charge for shipping, so not my circus, not my monkeys, or something like that. Whatever that saying is.
Yeah.
Not my circus peanuts, not my fever.
Not your family, not your circus.
Something, yeah. Not my problem.
So not just shipping, but around Etsy in general. I mean, you've experienced strife with other Etsy sellers.
I have.
We'll say the incident last year. How do you get your products out there and not race to the bottom to make it worth your time? Because I've heard one of my good friends, Andy Bird from Andy Bird Builds on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
His slogan basically is Etsy is a race to the bottom. Don't sell on Etsy. Because it is such
it's a race to the bottom if you get caught up in that race to the bottom. I don't worry about it. I do my thing and I list stuff for what I feel is appropriate, and I don't go looking at other people's stuff and try to undercut them or anything like that. I seriously do not do any of that stuff. So if you're going to get caught up in a race to the bottom, it's because you chose to get caught up in that race to the bottom. You don't have to.
If you get good reviews, that like, I think that gives people like something to go off of, where it's like they're not just a random place that like hasn't ever sold any of these. So there's a little bit of confidence there. It's like they've sold some of these, and people are like, they've had them.
Yeah, I don't.
So in general,
I am lucky in that regard. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So in general, do you just basically, you don't look at what anybody else is doing? Unless they come at you, you ignore them basically.
I try to. Yeah. I mean, I'll scroll Pinterest every now and then looking for kind of like inspiration. That's where I got the Twin Towers table. I got inspiration from something else. But yeah, if it comes up on Pinterest, like I'll go, oh, okay, that's neat. But I'm not scrolling Etsy looking for competition. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I meant more, not necessarily to like copy them. I'm talking about like figuring out pricing or.
I'm not doing any
undercharging.
Well, I feel like that would be a race to the bottom, but it kind of, it'll hurt you in the long run because not everybody's paying the same price for lumber. I know what I'm paying for lumber. I don't know what other people are paying for lumber, so I price around that. I try to price fair, but I'm trying to make a profit. You know, I'm trying to run a business and put food on the table and a roof over our head. So I have a video pinned on my Instagram where I go over my price structure and how I kind of figure stuff out and what it costs.
You had like the whiteboard, right?
Yeah, and it's because like one of the tables that I sell, what I call the slide table. It's just a C table, and I made it to slide. Again, it's something that I made for my home, and it got popular. So I was like, okay, let's put it out there. It's just a C table. It's 3 planks of wood, finger jointed together. You would think it'd be cheap. Well, it's not cheap because it's made out of solid walnut. And if you know anything about wood, you know walnut's not cheap, even here in the Midwest, where it's typically the cheapest. But anyway, I broke it down over there, and I sell it for like $375, and that sounds expensive. But when you look at the breakdown, and I also don't charge shipping, but that price is built into the price of the table.
Right.
It makes sense. Anyways, I made that video because I had somebody comment, that is ridiculous. You were just robbing people. So I was like, okay, let's break this down. So, and then I pinned it to the top of my profile so everybody could see it.
I like that.
Yeah.
If you had one thing to complain about, one thing you would change, and one thing you like about Etsy, what would they be?
One thing I can complain about, the oversaturatedness. There is a lot of people on Etsy, and it can be a race to the bottom if you get caught up in that. What's hard about that is trying to find something that nobody else is doing. There are other people doing furniture, but I try to come up with my own designs. I do take inspiration from all over the place. We can get into that here in a second. What were the other questions?
What would you change, and what do you like?
What would I change? I would change their fee structure. Fees suck. But it's kind of the price you pay with all the built-in SEO they have, and you know it's a nice platform because they have a built-in audience. I have a website with all the same pricing and everything, and I don't get nearly the traction that I get on Etsy because they have that built-in SEO, and you know, and I pay the Etsy ads. I do that whole rigmarole.
Did you start Etsy ads?
It's up to like 30% now, right?
What's that?
Did you start the Etsy ads early on, or did you start that later in the game after you had gotten a few products listed?
I started it after I was getting some traction with the zero clearance sensors, I think. It helps. Don't get me wrong. It does help that I have a decent sized following, and I can kind of lean on that a little bit on several platforms. But I did, and I do to this day spend a fair amount on Etsy ads. So it's the nature of the beast. I mean, if you're running a business, you got to spend money to make money. That's just the way it is.
Yep.
I have no illusions otherwise.
Well, yeah, you're paying
I do that for
attention.
Yeah.
To get in front of someone's
my digital
face.
sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, my digital sales I pay for advertising on.
I mean, if you're gonna have a business, you gotta or you should pay for marketing, and that's what that is.
Yep, absolutely.
The thing that I would change is the fees. The thing that I like most is the built-in SEO, the built-in audience. I mean, without it, I was just talking about, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I think it's really cool. If there was another platform like Etsy that didn't have the fees, I would jump ship in a minute. But there's not currently. There have been websites that have tried to do the Etsy model. I think even Blacktail Studio tried to start his own website that was like, I think he tried to call it the Etsy Killer or something, but it's not. I wish it was, but it's not.
I tried it was a website. I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was like for more like bigger custom furniture, but I never ended up, like, I would quote stuff, but I never actually got any sales off of it. And they ended up pivoting and changing to a slightly different, like,
I've even tried to list stuff on Facebook Marketplace because a buddy of mine, Jeff from Maker's Way, he had a fair amount of success doing that, but he was selling bigger custom tables. So maybe there's a little different audience there.
And he was spending a lot of time curating that, so it took a lot of investment of his.
Right, you can't just post and ghost. You have to put in the work behind the scenes for sure. Hopefully that answered.
Questions I had on my list, Alex. Do you have any?
What's in your notes, Alex? Your big bag of notes.
I don't have any like specific questions in my notes because I just usually think of them. I mean, when we're interviewing people, I kind of pull, but if we've got a like more general,
if we have somebody that you like, then you have pre-written questions. But I get it.
That's what he's saying.
That's fine.
Somebody he cares about.
I get it. It's fine.
No, I had the questions about the, you know, when you actually started the ads, would you if you were starting over, would you start with ads immediately?
Yep.
With your first item?
Yep.
Not knowing if it'd be successful?
Yep. Unfortunately, I don't think you can see much success on Etsy. And if I'm wrong, please, I would love to hear from somebody who has seen success without using the ads. But I don't think you can have success over there without spending a little money on ads. Currently, I do $25 a day, which is 25 times 30, whatever that is, a month. Luckily, they just pull it right out of my sales. So it's not like something that I'm having to pay out of pocket. It's kind of all built in. But I do see a return on ad spend, which is ROAS, and it's good. No complaints. I mean, I wish I could do it for less, but
because I know when I put some stuff on Etsy a couple of years ago, I never really did anything with ads, and I saw nothing, and I was like, I probably just didn't, because my stuff is a little bit bigger stuff as well.
I was talking to somebody, Chris from Homefront Woodworks. He's a patron for the podcast. You guys know who he is. He had some questions about Etsy, so we had a phone call and we talked it over. And I'm of the belief, and I have nothing to back this up other than how I feel and what I've seen. I don't have any empirical data, just kind of like a feeling. But I feel that Etsy, if you're spending like a couple dollars a day, $5 a day, just about anything under $20, I feel like is almost a wash, because, and this is my theory, that Etsy will allot you that amount, whatever you choose per day. And once it runs out, so like if they're showing your ads from like 8 a.m. until 7 p.m., if your money runs out sometime in the afternoon, they're not showing your ads the rest of the day. So you're missing those peak hours when people get home and they're starting to scroll their phone, the internet, what have you. Does that make sense? When
Braden buys his stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm doing $20, $25 a day, that I'm able to spread that out through Etsy, or hopefully Etsy's spreading it out for me. And my stuff is still getting shown in the evenings versus somebody who's only spending $5. Does that make sense?
So I only spend $5 a day.
But you see what I'm saying, right?
I'm doing digital. I absolutely do. But I'm also doing digital files only, which I know has a smaller,
right.
You know,
you're paying a percentage.
People.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Where, yeah, I absolutely see what you're saying. Because, yeah, those peak hours from 3 to 7 p.m. in every time zone, those are the best hours of the day for sales.
I mean, people are probably at work doing it too, but like you miss that huge peak hour when people get home and they're relaxing on their phone and their devices and stuff. And yeah, doing all the, what's it called? Just shopping.
Retail therapy.
Yes, retail therapy. Thank you. Once again, I do a podcast. I do this professionally, and words escape me all the time.
Yeah, I know anytime I've tried stuff with marketing, if it's been a scenario where it's like you only have the budget for like the introductory, like barely getting anything out of whatever platform that you're on, it's almost not even worth it unless you're like spending almost like a sizable amount. There's almost like that minimum threshold, kind of like you were saying, where it's like if you're getting only a trickle of people that might be seeing it, like you need a certain critical like number of people to even generate the type of person who's like even ready to buy something.
And you have to watch your ROAS pretty closely to make sure you're not losing money. But yeah, over the holidays I'll bump that up. Sometimes I'll bump it up to $50 a day.
Yeah, which the ROAS is basically like for how many dollars you put in, how many dollars you get out. So if you put in $1 of spend, you get $3 or $4 back. So you obviously don't want to be the spend 5 and only get 2 back, because then you're just burning money.
Correct.
Well, and it's funny too. I don't do it because I get digital products. I bump mine up during October and November, because that's when people are buying files to then make products for their presents. And so I see
that street goes both ways. Not just retail buyers, but like other makers want to buy files. So yeah, everybody's ramping up and wanting to do more and buy more and all that stuff.
Yay, capitalism.
Yay.
Yay. All right. Well, with that,
Good news, everyone.
So let's talk about maker news.
Do I have to get my lawyers involved? Did you steal that one from us?
Yeah, Braden told us the same thing.
Son of
a... That was actually Alex's choice on the thing. So
I
love
Futurama.
It's a great clip. It's perfect. It's perfect for this.
It is. There isn't really much anything coming up, but we have IWF coming up in August. Again, sales for the Texas Woodworking event are tickets are on sale right now. Remember, I'm teaching a class there, so come see me. You also can come see Dan.
Yes,
and do a derby of sorts.
Another Woodshop podcast is hosting the Pinewood Derby.
Oh, Pinewood.
Yeah, we're going to have kits available, or you can go buy your own, and we're going to have races. All sponsored by Texas Woodworking Festival.
And we're going to be
Austin Waldo, the coordinator, the guy who puts on the event, put us right by another podcast. I can't remember who it is. The Splinter.
This is the 3 something or whatever.
Yeah. It's a bunch of hacks. I think it's Jason Bent and Sedge and Ronnie. Yeah, Ronnie Fullerton. Who knows? Who are those guys? I have no idea. The 3 Splinters or something. We're right by them, and we're also right next to the Maker Lounge. So it should be a good time.
Nice. That'll be a great time.
Yeah, September.
Again, that is September 25th through the 27th.
That's the one. I was trying to do it off the top of my head, but you have it right in front of you, don't you?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be there. Everybody from our podcast will be there. Or all the hosts. All 3 of us.
Yep. I'll be there. Alex, I don't think is coming.
No, I can't make it. Fall is peak cross-country season, so I got to be there for that.
Are you still running? That's weird. Do they know that you're out of college?
Yeah.
They don't look at your track suit
he runs
and go,
with high schoolers
that's
now.
A little worn. Are you still doing that? If you don't know, Alex likes to wear his tracksuit to events.
I do.
Yeah.
Just to see people squirm, because
you just can't let it go. People do squirm. My wife even was like, "What the hell was that?" Because Alex Adams came to our maker event this past May in Omaha, and he was in his tracksuit. My wife was like, "What the hell's that about?"
Hey, I only put it on because I got a request for it.
I'm like, I don't know, sweetheart.
Who was asking who the hairy guy was? Who was that?
Huh?
Some kid?
Who's the hairy guy?
Alex?
Huh?
Somebody had asked who the hairy guy in the tracksuit is.
I don't remember this.
This was somebody I was listening to recently, and they were talking about you and your tracksuit. And they were like, oh, yeah, my kid asked who the hairy guy in the tracksuit is.
That's saying something, because I honestly don't have a lot of I don't have a bunch
Harry
of
his tracksuit is so worn and old. He was literally losing letters as he was just standing around. They were just falling off. It's the old Nebraska Cornhuskers tracksuit.
That was back when we were still in the Big 12. I was running. It was like the last year of the Big 12.
Wow.
So legacy.
When did they leave the Big 12? Like 2010?
It was
2012.
I think it might have been 2011. I can't remember if it's the fall or the spring when they made that switch. Okay. I think it might have been the fall of 2011.
Fascinating.
Or maybe 2012. Anyway, yeah, that was. I have a lot of fun. That was the first time that Duffy saw me in person, was in the tracksuit.
Oh God, and he still agreed to this.
I was like running at him full speed.
You're like,
my workbench called.
That guy.
He was like sitting on the bench.
That guy's the one I want as a co-host for a podcast.
He was like, what to do?
Funny.
Yeah. Anyways, well, if you want more of this, remember we're over on Patreon. You get a whole bunch of behind the scene exclusive. So patreon.com/whatchamakingshow. And Dan, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Welcome.
Also, I had some other news. So Bamboo is doing their annual sale that they do in the midsummer. And one thing that they recently came out with, I think I just saw that it was either today or yesterday, where it was what was it like? Was it the PLA PLA Pure? That's what it is. So they released a PLA that has even lower VOCs, so that 3D printer can be basically wherever. I mean, and I've got mine in a separate room anyway.
So it's
I'm huffing and puffing as
contact certified,
right?
So you can eat it. That's good. Yum.
Yeah.
Yep, and it's safe for kids to play with according to the EU toy safety standards.
Yeah,
so
which I don't think there was an issue with
targeted at the European Union.
Yeah, because I don't think there's really that much of an issue with the original PLA. It's just this version of it actually got all the.
I have 3 3D printers right here next to my desk. No venting. I print in PETG exclusively. Yep. I'm fine-ish.
My kids takes a boom boom stick hit.
Just got that tumor growing right.
You saw that in my hand, didn't you? It's a bit of a addiction. I have my vices, Alex.
Oh, I know.
Boom boom sticks, one of them.
Grand Theft Auto Vice City. That's your other vice, right?
Not anymore. Not since the incident.
Oh yeah, that incident. I forgot about that incident.
GTA 6 is coming out this year, man. Get ready.
Fingers crossed, baby. I'm going to be MIA.
People
are going to wonder if I died.
A12 printer, because you got that pretty darn fast after they released it, right? The A12 printer.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a week after they announced it. I had the urge and I just couldn't fight it anymore. The plan was to get the H2D, the bigger enclosed one, but that's like $1,400 or $1,500 without an AMS. Yeah. And I'd sold a laser that used to sit here of a brand that will not be named. I'd sold it, and the plan was to just turn that money around into a Bamboo H2D.
It was an us make laser, right?
Yeah, us make. And then they released the A2L, and I looked at the build plate size, and it's virtually identical. And it's $1,000. It's $1,000 less with an AMS light, and I'm like, okay, I'll pull the trigger on that bad boy.
So is it a slightly?
Yeah, I don't understand the marketing.
It's the same build plate size. Here, I'll show you on camera.
I was gonna say it becomes more interchangeable because I know that my P1S and A1 have the same.
There's the difference in size. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see this is the P1P, which is basically a P1S or a P2S, and then this is the A2L build plate. It's significantly bigger.
That
And
is
it's,
50%
you know,
larger
inches.
according to the website.
Yeah, you can go higher
Surface
too,
area.
which is
Yeah,
nice.
Cool.
I was tempted by it, but I was like, I need more filament because I recently I was pissed.
I
that
recently
ordered
got-
before the sale. I'm sure they'll still have more sale because I ordered like $1,000 worth of filament for like.
Oh,
the year.
geez, I don't do that. That's crazy.
I go through a lot of filament.
I guess
I mean, I
you're
sell
doing
a
way
lot of
more than me.
favorites. Yeah, I only stock up like a couple times a year.
TikTok Shop usually does these pretty good sales of Sunloop Pet G, and if you buy 10 rolls, you get like 40% off.
Yeah, but
So
those rolls are like quarter kilogram.
No, they're 1,000. They're 1,000 kilogram.
Didn't you get one that was like a quarter?
No, that
of the
was
size?
Temu. That's Temu. That's different. But
You gotta look at those reviews on Temu to see what people say before you buy it, man.
those little tiny rolls, they don't work in the AMS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll work in the AMS Lite, but not the big AMS. Anyway, I got 10 rolls for like $119, which is a pretty good deal. It's like $11 a roll, so not too mad at that.
Yeah, I basically wait until I can get the maximum discount threshold, so that I've got the cheapest price on whatever filament it is that I need at whatever like color or type of filament, and I just buy in that amount, and then I just restock so that I've got the best margins possible at least on the material side of things. So, but yeah, I do a lot of different colors because with like the toys and stuff, I need a variety of colors to make what I need.
I need about 6 colors and I'm good. Just the standard colors. Well, whatever color that Chevy has, basically. I do a lot of Chevy trailer hitches, so. And that, again, that started by I drive a Chevy, and I made one for me, and I put it out there, and other people are buying them. So
You were so good until you said Chevy.
Oh, no. Silverado life.
As long as it's not a Dodge.
It's not a Dodge. I'm not that stupid.
Yeah.
On that note.
Anyways, Dan.
Yes.
Thank you again so much for coming on. Anything that you would like to shout out, and where can people find you? And
you can find me all over the place. Just look for Daniel Dunlap Woodworks. I'm on all the platforms except for the dumb ones that shall not be named. I'm even on Threads. I have followers over on Threads somehow.
You're on Threads?
Well, whenever I do Instagram, it just cross posts to Threads. So I have like
same.
I have like 20,000 followers on Threads.
Yeah.
I have no idea how. Yes. Or you could hear me on my podcast. We record weekly on Thursdays, comes out on Sundays. If you're a patron member, you get it early. But these two guys, these two lovely gents are patrons. Words are hard.
That's true. Also, I have the story behind why my username was weird this past last week. So Patreon is combining your like personal and business page since mine are like linked.
Yeah, yours was like default, just member.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it like combined them, so it just ends up being weird. So we'll see what.
Alex Adams is known for changing his name every week. So every week I name off the VIP members, and Alex Adams always changes his name to something ridiculous. But the last several weeks, it's just been Alex Adams. So we're like, he's doing something professionally and he wants to make it okay for something else because this is just not normal behavior for Alex Adams.
Well, I have with the track and field and cross country, we have summer running in the evenings. So I can't that's why you don't see me quite as active in the pre-shows because it's around that time.
And it's usually something inappropriate.
And an inside joke.
Yeah. It comes from the pre-show or something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Dan, for being here. And just remember, guys.
In case I don't see ya.
Good afternoon, good evening.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Good night, everybody.
I love all your movie quotes. They're perfect.
You can build a business out of your garage.
Love you long time.